What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so yesterday was the debut of the 2025 WNBA season, and yesterday was the first regular season matchup of the two hottest teams, or the two most celebrated teams in the WNBA as far as viewership is concerned. Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever and Angel Reese's Chicago Sky. All right. We already know the past history between these two. Caitlin Clark is pretty much the savior of the WNBA. Angel Reese has probably the second largest fan base, even though it's probably a distant second, but whatever the case may be. I'm one of them. If you don't like that, kiss my black ass. In this game, it was a complete and total domination of the Chicago Sky by the hands of the Indiana Fever, 93-58. This was a belt-to-ass complete domination, just decimation of the Chicago Sky. In this game, Caitlin Clark had a triple-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. She also had a WNBA career high 4 steals in this contest. She shot 6 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 8 from three-point range, and 4 of 4 at the line. Alicia Boston had 19 points and 13 rebounds and 5 blocks. I noticed very few people talking about her game, for whatever reason. Interesting, whenever they was losing last year, the Fever, her fan base would yell they didn't have any help. Aaliyah Boston had a strong game, and nobody talks about it. 8 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 2 of 3 at the line. And when I say nobody, I'm not talking about regular fans. I'm talking about, I got to keep rehashing this shit. You know what I'm talking about. And stop pretending like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I think her name is Natasha Howard. 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting, only 3 of 8 from the line. And DeWanna Bonner had 7 points on 2 of 9 shooting. And DeWanna Bonner, I believe, moved ahead of Tina Thompson on the all-time WNBA scoring list. Also, with Caitlin Clark, this triple-double that she had pushes her to third all-time in career triple-doubles in WNBA history. And at the rate she's going, very, very soon, she will become the all-time leader in WNBA history in triple-doubles. Angel Reese did not shoot the basketball well. And yes, I know that happens quite a few times in her career. She was 5 of 14 from the floor. She was 1 of 2 from downtown, 1 of 2 at the line. She did have 17 rebounds and 7 offensive boards. And I think the biggest point of contention in this game was a hard foul committed by Caitlin Clark on Angel Reese. It came late in the third quarter. And, Angel Reese was irate about the foul, irate about the call. And I noticed people were saying, look, Angel Reese is jealous of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese overreacted. Angel Reese mad because she's not as good as Caitlin Clark. I'm like, wait a minute, man. So last year, if a black player just simply farted on Caitlin Clark, it was the biggest travesty. It needed to be a Senate investigation. the president need to, write an executive order ordering her arrest, et cetera, et cetera. But when Caitlin Clark does something similar, it's just a good basketball play. I can't with these motherfuckers. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know if I can do another season with this bullshit. Also, I think it should be noted that Ariel Atkins was the only other Sky in double figures. The only other Sky in double figures. While it's true that Angel Reese shot 5 of 14, the team as a whole only shot 29%, which means that Angel Reese's shooting percentage outpaced the team's, which means that the team as a whole stunk worse than Angel Reese. Also, the team as a whole only shot 6 of 27 from three-point range, which once again means as a whole, the team stunk significantly worse than Angel Reese. So I'm going to use the excuse that that Caitlin Clark fans used last year, and I'm going to say Angel Reese ain't had no help. She ain't got no help. What you expect? She ain't got an Aaliyah Boston on her team. She ain't got, a Natasha Howard or whoever the fuck that is on her team. So that's the excuse I use for her. Also, what is up with this consistent comparison between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? They're two different players with varying different set of skills. One is a post player, one is a perimeter player. One is basically a center, the other one is a point guard. That's like comparing the Kimmy Mutombo with Stephen Curry. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't. Steph is the greater player, but Mutombo's a Hall of Famer. So that's how I look at it. Like, it's ridiculous. And this Angel Reese hate just makes no sense. Especially considering that you got these same dudes who don't like Angel Reese because they say she's a skank and all this, but these same dudes capping, not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all, the same dudes is capping for Cassie. You hate 304 them, but you cheerleaded when it's a Cassie. And I'm telling you the other thing too about that. This guy, Alex Fine, the guy that was a trainer who was more than likely screwing with Cassie while Cassie was in a relationship with Diddy. That gets glossed over. Cassie's character is horrible. But anyway, it's funny how some of these dudes are defending Alex Fine, right? When you call him a simp. But, Travis Hunter, he was a super simp because his girlfriend exhibited 304 behavior, but Cassie is cranked it up to 1,000,000 degrees, but Alex Fine, cool. Which goes to show me, a lot of you guys are just self-hating buck dancers. Self-hating buck dancers who, wish you were another, you wish you were somebody else. You pray and your Uncle Ruckus is. You pray every day you wake up and you're going to look like Robert De Niro in his prime or something, Brad Pitt or something. You want to look like that. You don't want to look like Tour Off TV, or you don't want to look like Booker T. Washington. You want to look like, Clark Gable or something. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Salute to Caitlin Clark for having a great game. Salute to Angel Reese. She didn't have her best game, but there'll be other games. And all you guys who hate on Angel Reese, you guys are a bunch of hypocrites, because I see all of the AI corn that y'all put up there on social media, on those sites, all those disgusting, disturbing images y'all put up there. Angel Reese done already outed you dudes. You hate her so much, but y'all be sending her ick pics, and all this other stuff. So it's just y'all weirdos. That's all there is to it. Y'all a bunch of weirdos. You don't know how to approach women, and you're lame.